The interesting element in all of this to me is that Magic Johnson and LeBron James are competing with Jerry West and Doc Rivers because somebody's going to get these guys. I mean, do we really think that Kawhi Leonard is going to stay in Toronto? It's possible, but we don't know. It clearly looks like KD may depart. When you look at what Jalen said last week, he talked about how, you don't know whether or not KD is going to stay or go. And we can't rule out any possibilities because what you were saying last week, Jalen, if I remember correctly, is that based on what KD had said about LeBron, he clearly ain't planning on going to the Los Angeles Lakers. But he's got a home in L.A. as well. And so when we look at it from that perspective, just imagine for a second, if KD and Kawhi go to the Clippers, we ain't talking about no Lakers winning championships within the 4-year period that LeBron is there. I mean, you almost have to get Anthony Davis if you're the Los Angeles Lakers, if Kawhi and KD end up with the Clippers.
Bring the LeBron piece of this conversation back that we were talking about, the piece about KD last week and what he said and how it looks now.
Like I mentioned, when KD made those toxic comments, he was basically poisoning the well because he was saying to a player like Kawhi Leonard, you don't want to go play with ball-dominant LeBron James. I'm more attractive to come and play with. That's why I use the term hating or being jealous, because a toxic environment isn't something that LeBron James fosters with his championship great.
Well, first of all, he was not here last Friday when he had a chance to finally go over those comments that you took such great exception to on your radio show.
I called y'all out on my radio show. But let me say this. The hater, you just made my point even more. It ain't hating, it's marketing. If you are KD, hypothetically speaking,
when you talk down on somebody else's situation, that's hate.
Excuse me. Mind you, watch yourself there. And you know why I'm going to say that, but I'm going to save that for off the air. But the point that I'm trying to make to you is this. You and I both know, if you believe that KD is leaving Golden State and KD's about to go in a different situation, him saying, forget that dude, come play with me, that's not hating. That's you marketing yourself and saying that you are a better option. Now, if you're not planning on going anywhere and you just talking about LeBron like that, then that's an entirely different ballgame. But if you're competing with him for the services of a Kawhi Leonard, which is what you seem to be implying, then that's an entirely different situation.
What did you think about KD's move from OKC to Golden State?
I never liked it.
Correct.
But you know why, right?
Because that was the team that eliminated them from the playoffs.
That's
no
right.
doubt
And
about
I had no problem with him leaving OKC.
And he joined a 73-win team. To be honest, it's going to be great for KD if this does happen. But just as a basketball purist, I don't want to see Kevin Durant pairing up with all of the best players in the game. I've seen him play with Russ. I've seen him play with Harden. I've seen him play with Golden State Warriors. Now I get a chance to see him play with Kawhi. Those are all of the top players in the game except LeBron.
What am I going to call you now? Max Rose or Jalen Kellerman? How the hell are you going to change the narrative? I mean, that ain't got nothing to do with the price of tea in China. I get your point about that, but that's a different discussion for another day. The discussion here is the haterism, the jealousy. No, if you are competing with this guy for the services of Kawhi Leonard, assuming that your hypothesis is correct, then the bottom line is that's not hating. That's marketing and selling yourself more than the other guy.
Well, they don't have to play a
And why are you banging your fist on the desk? What about you? Excuse me. Hold on, wait a minute. I didn't call out Jalen. I called out both of y'all. You got something to say about this too, Granny.
But hold on. But let's get back to the point.
Sure.
What I said last week was accurate then.
Which is?
KD was trying to persuade Kawhi to come play with him, not go play with LeBron.
And that's not hating.
And
LeBron.
By hating on LeBron.
No. By marketing yourself as the more attractive commodity.
It's not.
That's what I get.
Has any environment that was led by LeBron James can be deemed toxic?
Has any environment?
Sure.
Jalen, that's a tricky question, Mr. NBA Countdown.
How about that?
Hold on, time out. You know entirely.
How about that?
Time out. You know entirely too much to know that the path with LeBron James has not been peddled with roses throughout his career. So, I mean, the bottom line is.
What do you consider the toxic NBA environment? Which team right now do you feel?
Well, it's not about a team. I would tell you a toxic environment to me is something that's potentially cancerous. I don't think that was the appropriate word.
Boom.
But I thought, wait a minute. Hold up. But I thought that his basketball analysis, which is what I attacked both of y'all on, was spot on. And I'm saying that from a basketball perspective. Jalen Rose, a Fab Five member, played in the NBA for a decade plus, all right? Played with the Indiana Pacers, went to an NBA Finals, all of this other stuff. And all you got for me is hating? This man broke down basketball. And I'm saying from a basketball perspective, tell me what KD said that was wrong from basketball.
The word toxic was wrong.
I'm asking from a basketball analysis.
Number two, they would be very compatible together.
Who's they? Kawhi and
LeBron. Kawhi and KD.
Oh, I agree with that.
Kawhi and KD
Totally.
would be terrific. I'm saying, I'm talking from a basketball perspective.
He was talking about LeBron, a player with LeBron. And I was saying his basketball analysis was spot on. Perfect. There was nothing wrong with what KD said.
You don't have any problem with one of the top players in the game talking about another guy that's a champion, that's an MVP, calling an environment that he leads toxic?
No. What I'm saying is on my radio show, which is what Greeny asked me about, I said when he broke down the disadvantage of a marquee guy playing with a LeBron James, I didn't find anything wrong with what he said.
There is no disadvantage for a marquee guy playing with LeBron James.
If you're Kevin Durant and you're a shooter, yes, it is.
We have to get him over to first.
Hold on, by the way, can I say one last thing?
Please.
This is the same guy that said Zion Williams wouldn't be a starter for the Fab Five. I'm done.
You're the same guy that tried to troll the Dallas Cowboys, flew there to front run, wore a Drew Brees jersey with a hat, and said on Thanksgiving that they was going to lose 3 out of 4, and the Dallas Cowboys just won 3 straight games. You could not be more wrong.
Time out. So I was wrong. A dead clock is right twice a day.
No, he wasn't just wrong. You tried to front run and pile on, and then they won.
Hold it.
Everybody,
they've been losing for 23 years.
No, they have not.
Yes, they have. What have you been watching?
Don't be the media guy that acts like Barry Bonds wasn't great because he didn't win the World Series.
Well, I didn't bring up Barry Bonds. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. First of all, you even bringing up that conversation, you already lost the damn argument. I got to go because I got another job.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.